When Ninja Warriors once again was first announced back in September 2018, I couldn't contain myself. Ninja Warriors for the Super Nintendo is one of my favorite titles for the platform, and to see that first bit of video footage from the Tokyo Game Show was something I thought I would have never imagined. I had to spread the news out to social media and share my excitement. Taito and Natsume Atari announcing the game for July 2019 was icing on the cake, and happy freaking birthday to me. But days before the official worldwide release day of July 25th, I heard that the US wasn't getting their release until August 30th. Then, a week before August 30th, an announcement was made that they are delaying the release again to mid-October. Hell no, I wasn't going to wait until August. I made sure I obtained that game the night of July 25th. I'm Mega RetroMan. I hold the fastest speedrun times with Kamatachi on normal and hard modes at speedrun.com and the highest score on Twin Galaxies for the Super Nintendo version of Ninja Warriors. And this is my review of Ninja Warriors once again. Starting off this review, let's introduce ourselves to the returning warriors. First, we have Kunoichi, a balance-type android armed with kunai knives, a sword, and now re-added shuriken from the first Ninja Warriors for the arcade. Next, we have Ninja, a power-type android returning to form with his nunchucks. If Grabs didn't scream pro wrestler with moves like his atomic drop and power swing, he comes in this game with an elbow drop. A freaking elbow drop! How awesome is that? And last of the returning warriors is Kamatachi, a speed-type android that uses sickles on his forearms. He will also shoot daggers from his back when using his ground special. And now the two new warriors added for this game. First, we have Yasha, a tech-type android whose arms extend for grabs, vaulting herself forward, and her specials on ground in midair. She's easily one of the better androids to pull off combos for extra damage. Last of the warriors, we have Raiden, a heavy machinery type and largest of all the characters. Although sluggish, he is a powerful striker and has the ability to transform into blaster mode, where he shoots out bombs and can gun enemies down. This game comes with a variety of options. You have the ability to adjust the display scale and ratio, add scan lines, and mess with the effect colors. Don't want to listen to all the grunts, groans, and other various sounds from the game? Well, you're in luck. You have the ability to turn down those sound effects and crank up one of the best parts about this game, the soundtrack. Remastered from the Super Nintendo game, the game's soundtrack is beautifully done. If you enjoyed the Super Nintendo game's soundtrack, then you'll enjoy this as well. Plus, you have the option to change which soundtrack from the trilogy you want to listen to while playing. You want to listen to the Arcade Ninja Warrior soundtrack? Select it, and let the music fill your ears with joy. If you haven't noticed, the background music for this review is all from the Ninja Warriors Once Again game, giving you a sample of what you'll hear. On top of all this, you can change your controller settings, which is not very common in most games today, and you can change what language you want to use. Lastly, the manual option tells you all about your game screen interface, describing the function of each gauge. It shows the player a majority of the basic movesets and what buttons to press to execute these moves. It follows up with a move list for all characters as shown when I first introduced the warriors. The online ranking system shows where you are compared to various other players for that particular platform on how fast the player has completed the game overall, how fast they've completed individual levels, and can see how fast they've completed everything with specific characters. Practicing the levels is an effective way to build speedrun strategies and apply them when doing the main mission. Like a lot of games, the outcome will vary depending on enemies' actions. Finally, the single player and multiplayer modes. This game can allow for 2 players to simultaneously play on the main mission and time trials for individual stages. For single player mode, you have the option to do normal or hard. Once you select the desired mode, there you will see the options to do main mission or time trials. In order to do time trials, you must complete the stage on the main mission mode, so really it's just best to complete the game to unlock all the stages. Comparing the Super Nintendo version of Ninja Warriors to the Ninja Warriors once again, you can see the significant changes they made for the remastered game. Everything on screen is far more detailed. How the sprites look, how they attack, even how the sprites walk has been given an HD upgrade. The same care has also been put into the stages themselves. Everything looks smooth, and I couldn't be happier. On the Super Nintendo game, they kept the amount of enemies on screen to around 4 at a time. That's not the case on normal and hard modes for the remastered version. I highly recommend taking the time to train yourself on what enemies are approaching, what they're capable of doing, and how to tackle the situation. Another significant change was made to the combat aspect that veterans need to know about. With the SNES original, you were able to perform grab moves on all enemies, minus the final boss, of course. And in the remaster, however, that has changed for the bosses Gigant on stage 1 and Phobos and Deimos on stage 6. Get comfortable with guarding against these bosses, you'll be doing it a lot. One of the great things about this game is each character gives you a different experience. For instance, when I'm using Ninja, I want to dash everywhere and layeth the smackdown with atomic drops and go crazy with super nunchucks. Whereas with Yasha, I want to see how much damage I can give an enemy by juggling them in the air for as long as possible. Sadly, not any move will be able to connect to your target, so you'll have to go with what works. How do you do that, you ask? Experimentation. Having played the game nearly every day since July 25th, what do I think of the game? I freaking love it. The gameplay, the remastered soundtrack, all of it, fantastic. Ninja Warriors once again brings an extra challenge that the SNES version did not supply. For those who are fans of the SNES game, I strongly urge you to grab this when it's finally released. Even for those of you who aren't familiar with its original game, I recommend to you all to pick this up as well. I couldn't be happier with the way this game turned out. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this review, please share it around. Also be sure to like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/MegaRetroMan.